Greetings, dear viewers, this is your good friend Frank welcoming you all to a very special episode of the Clockwork Eye. Today, we take a slight detour from our usual philosophical and psychological musings to bring you an extraordinary tale of heroism, love, and the unbreakable bond between humans and their faithful companions. This is the story of Orion, the courageous Rottweiler who saved 37 lives during the devastating mudslides that struck Vargas, Venezuela, in 1999. As we explore this remarkable true story, we will uncover the profound spiritual connections that unite all living beings and the power of love to transcend even the most harrowing of circumstances. But first, let us set the stage for this incredible tale. In December 1999, the coastal state of Vargas, Venezuela, experienced an unprecedented natural disaster. After weeks of heavy rainfall, a year's worth of precipitation fell in just 3 days, triggering catastrophic mudslides, bringing millions of tons of debris and huge rocks down upon the settlements along the narrow coastal strip of Vargas. Many of the buildings had sprung up in a period of rapid development over the preceding 4 decades. These terrifying landslides claimed at least 30,000 lives and forever altered the landscape of the region. Even survivors were left with nightmarish memories of stumbling around the devastation littered with hundreds of corpses and innumerable body parts. And yet, amidst the chaos and destruction, a hero emerged, not a human hero, but a four-legged one, with a heart as big as the mountains that crumbled around him. Orion was a beloved family pet, a Rottweiler owned by Mauricio Perez, a pilot with a young family. As the floodwaters rose and the Perez family found themselves trapped in their own home, they were eventually forced to make a heart-wrenching decision. Rescued by authorities, the family had to leave Orion behind due to the dreaded no-pet policy. But as they departed, Orion leapt over the balcony and disappeared into the raging torrents, as if driven by a higher calling. In the days that followed, stories began to circulate of a mysterious, phantom Rottweiler who would appear out of nowhere, plunging into the muddy waters to drag people to safety. This enigmatic canine hero worked tirelessly, without a handler or any apparent affiliation with rescue organizations, driven solely by an innate sense of purpose and an unwavering commitment to preserving life. By the end of the ordeal, the phantom Rottweiler, who was later identified as none other than Orion himself, was credited with saving an astonishing 37 lives. From an 8-year-old girl to an 80-year-old man, Orion's bravery knew no bounds, and his gentle touch belied the immense strength of his 300-pound per square inch bite. Without any formal training, Orion's actions were guided by something far more profound and instinctive, unwavering love for his fellow creatures. As we contemplate the extraordinary feats of this heroic Rottweiler, we are reminded of the deep, spiritual connections that bind all living beings. In the face of unimaginable adversity, Orion's actions serve as a powerful testament to the capacity for love, compassion, and selflessness that resides within all of us, human and animal alike. The bond between humans and their animal companions has long been celebrated as a manifestation of the divine spark that animates all life. From the ancient Egyptians, who venerated cats as sacred beings, to the indigenous tribes of North America, who regard animals as spiritual guides and teachers, the idea that we are all interconnected through a web of divine love has been a central tenet of many spiritual traditions throughout history. In the words of Saint Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of animals, all things of creation are children of the Father and thus brothers of man. God wants us to help animals if they need help. Every creature in distress has the same right to be protected. Orion's selfless actions embody this spirit of universal compassion, reminding us that the love we share with our animal companions is but a reflection of the boundless love that flows from the heart of the divine. As we grapple with the profound implications of Orion's story, we are called to recognize the sacred thread that weaves through all living beings, connecting us in a wealth of mutual understanding, compassion, and love. In a world that often feels divided and disconnected, tales like Orion serve as a beacon of hope, reminding us of the inherent goodness and unity that lies at the core of all existence. So, my dear Clockwork Eye viewers, I invite you to reflect on the incredible story of Orion, the hero Rottweiler of Vargas. How has your own experience with animal companions illuminated the deep, spiritual bonds that connect us all. In what ways can we cultivate a greater sense of compassion, empathy, and love for all living beings, recognizing the divine spark that resides within each of us? Share your thoughts, stories, and reflections in the comments below, and let us celebrate the power of love to transcend even the darkest of circumstances. As always, if you have found some value or inspiration in this video, please leave a like, and consider subscribing to the Clockwork Eye for more thought-provoking content that explores the depths of the human experience and the spiritual dimensions of our shared existence. In the end, the story of Orion reminds us that, in the words of the great naturalist John Muir, when we try to pick out anything by itself, we find it hitched to everything else in the universe. May we all strive to recognize and honor the sacred connections that bind us, embracing the love and compassion that is our birthright as children of the divine. Thank you for joining me on this moving journey, my fellow seekers of truth and meaning. Until next time, keep your hearts open to the beauty and wisdom of the natural world, and remember that the love we share is the most powerful force in the universe. This is your friend Frank at the Clockwork Eye, signing off. Cheerio.